Lovely. Okay, well, wait a minute. It looks like I'm on now. Okay, I guess I'm not going to restart the stream. Lovely. Hopefully I didn't say anything. Okay, well, wait a minute. It looks like I'm on now. Okay. I appear to be back on now. I guess I'm not going to restart the stream. I don't know. Who knows? OBS. I unplugged the camera and plugged it in. I think part of the problem is I leave the camera on. I leave everything on. I just put it to sleep. And I think when I do that, sometimes things don't resync when I wake it up. So anyway, I can see now, and now I know what to check next time. One of my many checks before. I need a list, you know. Live chat. Is there sound? Can you see me? I don't know. But anyway, welcome. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I'm glad to be back on. No, we can't hear you. Let's see. No, we can't hear you now, and I'm not joking. I can read lips. Don't repeat that. Don't repeat that. Thought I heard somebody knock on the door. Okay, so we have sound now. Jordan, he's a TM and in text. That's cool. Sean DeLong says, sounds good. Picture bad. Picture bad? What do you mean, just me? I'm looking at the picture on my phone. It looks pretty good. So I'm thinking you're just dogging me. That's what I'm thinking. Chad says, I can hear. That's good. That's awesome. Looks like we're still having, I don't know, intermittent streaming problems. I don't know. The Civic is getting fixed soon. Awesome. So does that mean that finally the insurance company settled and all that stuff, and now you can go out and buy your project car? Daniel Jackson said, truck looks good, Rob. Hey, Daniel, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Thank you. I don't know if you can tell, but there's two trucks in that picture. I don't know if you can see it, but there are two trucks in that picture. That's good. That's good to hear, Gear. Gear says, yep. That means that the insurance company ponied up. They paid for the damage to his wife's car, and Gear is golden. Everything is good in the Gear household now. Now you got to get Pam that Jeep that you were looking at, man. Gear says, I may be buying another project car. You're going to need an assistant over there so that you can work on all this stuff. Let's see. Thunder Golf. Hey, Cole. How you doing, buddy? Cole says Tundra is down for the rest of the week. Oh, no. What happened? I saw you were doing an exhaust or something, but did something else go wrong or what? Gear Runner, I may be buying another project car. Yeah, what are you looking at? Are you going to divulge that information now or not? As I said in the title, I'm going to go ahead and put them up. There are... I keep getting or coming across these discounts, working it out with companies and whatever. So I kind of wanted to flash it up here so anybody who's interested can see. We've been on for about 6 minutes or something like that. So the first one is Tough Skins. You guys can see here. I have a discount code, and I think Tough Skins gives a lot of discount codes out for YouTubers and others. I know Gear has one as well. Mine is RobMotive, as you can see there, 10, and it's 10% off of whatever you order at Tough Skins. And that's where I've gotten, you guys can see in there, in there. Everything's backwards on this. You guys can see the some of the parts and things that I had gotten. The coolest one, I think, is right under the K and the I in Tough Skins, and that's that RobMotive placard. I think that's just awesome. I love that. I did replace, of course, the SR5 badge with that. I think it's just cool. You know, when you're a YouTuber and stuff, you want to make everything kind of your own anyway, as you do when you're doing any kind of mods to stuff, I guess. But I just think that is really awesome. The carbon fiber vent covers are cool. It's all really cool. It's just neat stuff, you know, and it doesn't break the bank. This stuff isn't so expensive that you spend tons of money on it or anything. But anyway, there is the information. This is the first discount code that I have. 10% discount code RobMotive10. Now, one thing I want to say about that, there is something very important about that discount code, as any discount code. Hold on a minute now. Gear Runner says, I'm not saying what it's going to be, but you're all going to laugh at it. It's a Volkswagen Beetle. Or a Prius. I don't know. Could be a Ford F-150. It's got to be one of those. Jordan, he's a Toyota Tundra and TMM and TXN. Sean says, Pam is going to kill you, Gear. Pam is going to kill you. Thunder Golf says, yeah, the exhaust broke this morning. Excuse me. Broke beyond repair, so that's why I bought new. All right, I saw your Instagram post, so I figured I had to do something with that. So that's cool. Give you a reason to put a new exhaust on. And you got the most out of the one you had, because now it's broken. Bees Landscaping says, oh, man. Kyle S. Hey, Kyle, how you doing? Epic mods. They are epic mods. An epic mod is any mod that, one, you really like, and two, has a subtle but profound impact on the vehicle. You know what I mean? Gear Runner says, yeah, I love my Gear Runner badge. Yeah, I know. You kind of scooped me on that, bud. I actually had this stuff over here, there, on order before Gear put his video up, and then that pops up, and I'm like, he scooped me, man. But he didn't even know. I mean, we hadn't talked about it or anything, so it's not like he knew. Daniel Jackson. Hey, Daniel, how you doing? Daniel says, have you lost gas mileage due to the truck lift? If I've lost any mileage, it's probably only been a mile or two per gallon. I haven't noticed anything. I don't get that great gas mileage anyway, because most of my trips are stop and start, below 55 mile an hour, city type stuff. So I don't get really great mileage anyway. If I was on the freeway, I'd be getting a lot better, but maybe a mile or two, I've got bigger tires, the lift, all that good stuff. I don't think so. Not much. Gear Runner, yeah, she is, Sean, because I'm keeping the Roush. Well, there you go. Edge Everyday says, get a smart car and put a Hayabusa motor and run 9 seconds. There is a smart car over here that we've driven a few times. Most recently, Josie was out in it when her boyfriend was here, and it's rather underwhelming the way it is. All about vehicles. Hey, Rob, my father is going to order his Ram 1500 Toughskins right now. That's awesome. Don't forget, tell him to use RobMotive 10% off, Keenan. Don't forget. That's cool, bud. Edge Everyday says, or a Mini Cooper with a suspension like in the movie The Italian Job. I love that movie, and I love the music in that movie. Gear Runner, too much work, Edge, LOL. That's true. Gear's got like 15 cars to work on now at the end of time. Bees Landscaping, got my 2019 Tundra Pro Monday. Amazing. Well, congratulations, man. That's cool. Awesome. Did you get the snorkel on it? I'm curious. Edge Everyday, give me time, Gear. I will do it. I will do it. I can't wait to see it. Sean says, congrats, Bees. Keenan says, yep, that's why he wants to do it. It will keep all the crumbs out. It'll protect everything, that's for sure. And then if you ever need to replace it, just pull it out, order a new one. They're cheap enough you can do that, Thunder Golf 501. Yeah, it's going to be a busy weekend. Somehow I'll get it replaced, but not much info online how to remove the manifold. So I'll try to video it, but I'll be busy working, so who knows. Yeah, when you do a video of anything, it takes at least twice as long to do anything because you got to set the shot, you have to go slow, you got to make sure people can see, you have to explain. Excuse me. So it does lengthen the process for sure. Gear Runner says, congratulations, Bees. Sal. Hey, Sal, how you doing? Sal says, sup. Just sitting here hanging out with you guys, man. Wanted to put up a couple of discount codes. Give back a little bit to you guys. You can see the one that I have up there now. That's for Toughskins. And for those of you who aren't familiar with Toughskins, they sell all kinds of overlay type things for the cup holders, for the vent surrounds inside the HVAC system. Even the letters that you can see there for the stamped Tundra on the back of the truck. And then if you look under the eye in Toughskins, you see, this is new for them, I think. But it's a little placard that you can get anything you want on it. I put the channel name on it because I thought that would be pretty cool. So lots of neat stuff from them. Not pictured in there are the little inlays that go in the spaces around Toyota, or the Toyota emblem rather, on the steering wheel. I got carbon fiber. I think I'm going to go with a magnetic gray / carbon fiber theme for this truck. I probably should have gotten carbon fiber uh, letters, but I didn't because I don't really have much. I don't really have any carbon fiber on the outside except for the antenna. You remember my antenna is carbon fiber, so you know. B says, don't live in the desert. Gotcha. So you didn't get the snork. I'm not a big fan of the snorkel, so. Armando Salazar, hello from El Paso. Armando, how you doing, bud? Daniel Jackson says, I'm waiting on the sale of a house, then it's TRD Pro. Love your channel, has all the mods I want to do. That'll be awesome, man. Any bites on the house? Is this a short-term thing, or what are you thinking? I know if I were you, I'd be going nuts waiting for that house to sell so I could get into what I wanted to in the truck, you know. Armando says hello from El Paso again. Hello, how you doing? Sean DeLong says, you bought your tailgate lettering from Tough Skins. I did. It was... they sell it both at Tough Skins and the next vendor I'm going to show up for discounting. So I did. It came from Tough Skins. Edge Everyday says, I want the carbon fiber vent covers. I keep getting blinded by the chrome. Everybody talks about that. You know, for as nice as it's supposed to be down here, I have not experienced that. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm not driving early in the morning, you know, like when the sun first comes up, or late in the afternoon when it's going down. So the sun's always above the truck for me. But I haven't experienced that. But I hear people complain about that all the time. Let's see. Daniel Jackson says, it is driving me nuts. Yeah, believe me, I can relate. I understand. Bees Landscaping. The Pro Hype is over. They are discounting the truck now to let people know. Really? That's good, because I know they were like the Type R, man. And I think they still are. But they were asking a premium for that truck. I mean, some crazy prices, man. A little sip of the nectar there. Still digging it. Edge Everyday says, true, Bees. True that, man. Edge Everyday, man, I got to tell you, the vents and the screen kills me. Wow. What about the little area around right beside the shift knob? People complain about that too, you know, and I'm going to do something about that. I have something I'm thinking, something in the works. Gear Runner says, around the shifter kills me. There you go. I know a lot of people complain about that. I don't know. I must just not drive at the right times of the day anymore, where I have to experience that, because I really don't, you know. Edge Everyday says, I agree, Gear. All right, I'm going to take this one down, this one. Or actually, I'm going to shrink it, and I'll stick it up in the corner. But that's 10% off from Tough Skins. If you're looking for anything from there, check them out, toughskins.com. Excellent stuff, and excellent customer service there, too, by the way. I think they do a really great job. So let's see. We'll stick that right up there in the corner. Hopefully, it can still be seen. And now, this one's a big one. This one is a big one. Let's see. Edge Everyday says, the armrest logo for the 1794 is a killer also. Ooh. Man, sounds like you guys have a lot of blinding sun in those trucks. I don't know. Here we go. Here is the next one. This is, of course, Sparks Parts. You know, I've been dealing with these guys for quite a while. I've been dealing with these guys, I don't know. It's been quite a while. And I had some discounting and stuff from them before, just personally, but nothing for the channel. So I thought when I got the Tundra, you know, we're gonna work something out, see what we can set up, get some discounting for you guys. I know others do it out there, so I thought that would be cool for my subscribers, you know. So what we have, of course, is 5% off. It helps out a little bit. Maybe that covers the shipping. Not too bad. Discount code is RobMotive. Now that is different, of course, than the one up there for Tough Skin, so make sure you note that. And the reason I bring that up is because I had a message today from somebody. They told me, and this is with respect to Tough Skins, they told me that they used my Tough Skins discount code. It didn't work. They didn't get their 10% off. Well, that's no good. So I checked it myself. I went in, I was acting like I was going to place an order, whatever, and I put the code in, and sure enough, I got the 10% off. So I figure he didn't have the name in wrong. These are discount codes, and they have to be entered exactly as you see them over there and up there. Otherwise, it is just a computer system, right? It doesn't know that RobMotive spelled with 3 M's is me. So you got to make sure that you spell it right, you know? So you got to pay attention to the way that they've got it set up. For Tough Skins, it is RobMotive 10, and notice the capital letters in there. And for Sparks Parts, it is just RobMotive with a capital R and a capital M. Now, I've done a lot with Sparks Parts over the years. You know, with the Crewmax that I had, I bought the grill, I bought the bulge, I bought the bumper caps, some other parts and stuff, and they always do a fantastic job. Everything that I've gotten from them has been top notch. So, and most of the parts, if not all, are genuine Toyota parts. I know a lot of people get on and they say, well, you're buying stuff from China or stuff from Istanbul or whatever, you know, they're not good parts, blah, blah, blah. Well, let's face it, what's really made here anymore anyway? But they are mostly genuine Toyota parts. So, and they have all kinds of stuff, not just for the Tacoma, not just for the Tundra, for Toyotas. So check them out for anything you need for that kind of stuff. Again, they do a fantastic job. Sean says, hope Toyota doesn't flood dealerships with pros in its last year and kill its uniqueness and value. I kind of doubt they'll do that, but you never know. Gear Runner, I took mine off and replaced it with the Gear Runner badge. No more problems, Edge. That's right, you did the same. You had the Gear Runner logo, which replaced, in my case, it replaced the SR5 badge. In yours, I believe it was the Platinum badge. And isn't it awesome? It's just cool. And you can put anything on there. I don't know. Bees Landscaping says, hey, that was me. Do you go by something else on Instagram? You'll have to let me know. I'm curious. Bees says, I know I made a mistake. I forgot to put the 10 at the end. Well, there you go. That's my point. If you forgot to put the 10 at the end, it's not the discount code. And that was you, huh? Awesome. I did not know that. Cool. What did you get? Terrence Tatum says, hello, Rob. Hello, all. Terrence, how you doing, buddy? Edge Everyday says, Gear, I have to say, the armrest is the biggest, but Edge Everyday, I don't think it will fit. Well, if you spell it wrong, oh no, you didn't spell it wrong, did you? Well, maybe you could put EDGEVERYDAY. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, Gear Runner has gear. I don't know. I don't know what the limitation is. They might be able to shrink the font and you could get it in there and still be big enough that you could read it. I don't know. Or put something else in there. You could just put Edge. I mean, that would work too. Or maybe Courtney. You could put Courtney in there. That way you can tell her that every time you look down at your arm, you're thinking of her. I don't know. Jackson Inman. Jackson, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Just got a taco. What did you get? What are the specifics? Did you get an off-road, 4-wheel drive, 2-wheel drive, sport, TRD Pro? What'd you get, man? What color? Edge Everyday says, Rob, this is PG. Stop saying bulge. LOL. Edge, as I have said many times, that is in your own mind. I'm just saying. Maybe you could put that on your center armrest. Just put bulge. That would be cool. Gear Runner says, yeah, that probably wouldn't fit. LOL. Yeah, I don't know. You'd have to talk to Brad over there. Brad is the sales guy, the guy I've dealt with, and I think the guy Gear dealt with. He'll hook you up. Beast Landscaping says, Michael Angelini. Okay. I did not know that was you, man. You said you were going to call them. Did you get it all worked out? Were you able to get the discount? I don't think I heard back from you on it. So, Gear Runner says, I got 11 characters on mine. EDGEEVERYDAY. Well, he's only 12, right? Did I do that right? I don't know. It's on the fly. Mine's on the channel. Beast Landscaping says, got the metal piece for the steering wheel and a Tundra logo for the tailgate, the insert. Awesome, man. Awesome. Now, you got the metal piece for the steering wheel. Metal piece. Are you talking about the little inserts or what do you mean there? And what color did you get for the tailgate? Did you stay black? Did you go edge chrome? Or what did you do there? Daniel Jackson says, do you have enough room? People say if you're tall, it's cramped in the cab. I'm 6'1", have yet to sit in one. Depends on how you're proportioned. If you're longer from the waist up, you're probably going to have a problem. You know, I'm 5'9.5", and I don't have any issue, but I have about that much room probably between my head and the ceiling. And when you get in, of course, you know, you're stepping up, or I do, on the running board or the side steps, and I have to tilt my head when I get in. It's a smaller opening, you know, and the floor of the Tacoma is higher up. So you're definitely going to want to go sit in one, obviously, before you buy it, just to make sure you're comfortable in it. I don't know. Krista says, good evening. Krista, you know, I had a wife once named Krista. Gear Runner says, yep, same guy I deal with. Yeah, I think he's their marketing manager or something over there. I can't remember now. Gear Runner says, hi, Krista. Edge Everyday says, my channel will stay the same, but, wait a minute. My channel will stay the same, but I'm going to be opening an Etsy store very shortly. So, Rob, I need to talk to your mom, LOL. There you go. Well, she's on here right now. Go ahead. I'm sure she's on. Sean says, hey, Krista. Krista says, hi, Andy and Sean. Terrence Tatum says, evening, Krista, with a tip of the sombrero there. Bees Landscaping says, yes. Gotcha. Okay. Krista Greenbean says, hi, Terrence. Edge Everyday says, hello, Krista. Gear Runner says, just like Josie, you add the ½ inch. Hey, I'm just trying to be truthful, man. I mean, that's what they told me. I could be 5'8". I don't know. And it doesn't really matter to me, to be honest. You know. Krista says, Brian, how you doing? Edge Everyday says, hashtag Team Nerds, hashtag Team Krista, hashtag Team Krista. It's a double hash, man. Double hash. Krista says, Andy, I was thinking the same thing. Sean, he retracted. Rebel Rouser. Hey, Justin, how you doing, buddy? How you doing this evening? I'm doing pretty good. Pretty good. Dan Soderholm says, did I win? LOL. Howdy, y'all. Did you enter? That's the question. I don't know if you can win if you don't enter. Gear Runner says, what's up, Justin? Gear Runner says, hey, Dan. Bees Landscaping says, yes, I meant to say plastic insert instead of, wait a minute. I meant to say plastic insert of wheels, black Tundra tailgate insert. I'm still not sure of the first part there. Krista says, hashtag Edge Everyday, LOL. Dan Soderholm says, hey, Gear. Sean says, don't forget Rob put lifts on his seats. I did. I put spacers so I could even out the ride. Otherwise, I felt like I was popping a wheelie going down the road. It wasn't because of height. It was because it was angled backwards. I didn't care for that. That's why I put the spacers on. Don't forget, put lifts on the seats. Robo says, hey, Andy and Dano. Edge Everyday says, hey, Diane, get my number from Rob so I can work out the details, or I can DM you on Instagram. There you go. I will talk to her after this, Edge. She doesn't have or does she? Yeah, she does have Instagram, actually. Dan says, Justin, what's good? Krista says, Justin. Krista says, evening, Dan. How you doing, buddy? Dan says, evening, Krista. Rebel Rouser says, hey, Krista, are you from Winnipeg or Toronto? She's actually from both. She lived in Winnipeg growing up, and she moved to Toronto when I met her. So she's actually from both places. Yeah, you're right, Brian. She does have Instagram. I can't keep track of what everybody's everything is, but you're right. Man, that's good. Rebel Rouser says, someone told me the seating position in the Taco is like a golf cart, LOL. No, I've ridden in golf carts. I don't really know if that's true. I don't think that's true. I don't know. Gear Runner says, yep, she follows us on Instagram. All right, I got you. Sean says, wasn't giving you a hard time, Rob. I'm 5'9" as well. Nah, I'm cool. Doesn't matter. That's okay. You're only 5. I got a half an inch on you, man. I'd be looking down at you. I'm kidding. 5'9" is a great height because I really wouldn't want to be much more than 6 foot, to be honest, because you fit everywhere. You know, you fit in cars, you fit in trucks, you fit everywhere. You get much taller than 6 foot, you start to have troubles, you know. The world is built for average height people, which we are. Krista says, Winnipeg, aka Winterpeg, why you asking, man? Why you asking? Daniel Jackson, what's the average cost for a leveling kit for the Taco? Boy, you know, it could be, it can run the myriad of costs, let me tell you. I paid about $3,400 for the lift, the wheels, the tires, the labor, the balance, and the alignment. And you're going to have all of that done. No matter what, you're going to have an alignment done. You don't have to have a balance done, but you'll have to have the tires realigned, or the wheels, I would think. I don't know if you're going wheels and tires or not, but $3,400 was the whole deal. That was a 3-2 ready lift. Might be different in your area too. Depends on where you're at, you know. Lots of things can figure into that. Gear Runner says, do you golf? I do not golf. I used to golf, but I tell you, I never did it frequently enough that I ever got any good at it. So I just kind of quit doing it because I figured, you know, why waste your time if you're not going to do it consistently? What's the point, you know? Rebel Rouse is curious. How do you like it? I'm considering moving to Winnipeg. Oh, no way, man. It's cold there. The summer's like 3 days, and then it's just cold. You have to plug in your vehicle. I don't know why anybody would want to live there. It'd be like moving to, I don't know, somewhere cold and yuck. Hedge Everyday says, we should ask Cole to take a test drive in a Taco. There you go. And Cole's a big guy. It'd be interesting to see what he thought driving in a Tacoma, you know. Gear says, I've got a half inch on both of you, and I'm 5 inches taller. Also. What? I've got a half inch on both of you, and I'm 5 inches taller also. So, I don't know what that means. Krista says, please elaborate. Krista says, Justin, if you move to Winnipeg, be prepared to freeze your arse off for 6 months a year. Yeah, it's cold there, man. Why would anybody want to live there? I don't know. Sean says, ha ha, gear. Daniel Jackson says, Delaware. Delaware, Ohio or Delaware? Rebel, because there's a Delaware, Ohio. Rebel Rouser says, yeah, and when you're average height, old women don't ask you to get stuff from the top shelf in the personal section at Walmart. It'd be worth being that tall just to experience that. I'd have my camera out while I was doing it, you know. Daniel said, and you know, for gear, he could probably just grab that while he's grabbing his own. So for him, it's no big deal. Daniel says, sounds like a good price. Yeah, I think that was a really good price to get 4 fuel wheels, 4 Nitto tires, a balance, an alignment, the lift, the labor, oh, and the tent. The front windows that I had tented. I don't think I can reach it. Oh, I can. That's as far as I can go. It's pretty close. Right up there, I had those front windows tinted there as well. That was in the price. That's not a lot. It's worth about $60 or so, I think. Rebel Rouser says, sounds lovely, Krista. Actually, I think Gear would like that town more than me. Yeah, I doubt it. Gear doesn't like the cold, man. When he gets cold, he kind of like is a reptile. He just kind of stops. Pam has to drag him in the house, thaw him out, you know. Daniel Jackson says, I may be shorter now. 2 back surgeries, 4 screws, and bone fusion. Ew. You need to talk to Krista. Gear Runner says, it's a G-rated channel. I can't elaborate. Oh, I got you. I understand where you're going now. Oh my God. CJ Colvin says, hey, what's up, Rob? CJ, how you doing, man? Krista says, Justin, LOL, you might be right. There is some awesome sledding on the river, but there. And of course, there is skating, the rivers, and hockey. Ew. Not for me. I don't know. Just not my thing. Let's see. I just lost my spot. I didn't jump. I just simply lost my spot. Daniel Jackson says Delaware the first state. All right, gotcha. See, I used to live in Ohio, and I lived real near a city called Delaware. So I wasn't quite sure if you were referring to Delaware, Ohio, or Delaware the state. CJ says, I just got back from lifting weights in my basement. So you're swole. CJ is swole. Good for you, bud. I remember a day I used to do that in the basement. Rebel Rouser says, once a lady made me take $10 for the embarrassment. That's too funny, man. I don't want to know what she asked you to get, but why would they keep that stuff on the top shelf? You know, surely they realize that, you know, older people aren't going to be as, you know, maneuverable, I think. I don't know. Rebel Rouser says, so how's Texas? How is Texas? Let me tell you, Texas today, it's been chilly, and I guess it did rain. Yeah, it did rain. I was out earlier and it was raining. It's 66 degrees and cloudy in Texas right now. Now, here's where it gets funny, right? Tomorrow's supposed to be 75 and partly cloudy. Mostly cloudy on Friday and 76, and then it's going to be in the 70s and 80s for the foreseeable future. So it's going to be quite nice here as far as temperature goes for the foreseeable future. So that should be awesome. Let's see. Edge Everyday says, sorry, Rob, but I just uploaded. Oh, what? Hey, have you shot a video with that new camera yet? I want to see that, man. Rebel Rouser says, maybe they think old people don't use those things. LOL. I don't want to know what old people do and don't use. Krista says, it's been raining for days. It has been raining here for the last couple of days, I think. CJ says, my sister's boyfriend has a 2000... Oh. Excuse me. Has a 2013 Audi S4. Awesome. With a 3.0 liter supercharged V6, yep, making 330 horsepower, but with a few mods he did, it now makes 430 horsepower at the crank, which is a 100 horsepower gain. You know, that's awesome. We had two Audi S4s. They weren't supercharged. You know what? Actually, they were 4 cylinders, but you never know. They were turbocharged, but man, that car, they would get up and go. I love that car. I may have another Audi someday. They were nice cars. Just felt like you were floating when you drove those cars. That's a little bit better. Let's see. Edge Everyday says, that is the video that I just posted. Awesome. You guys got to check that out. Edge Everyday has a new camera. I won't divulge what it is, but a new camera that should be awesome for videos. You got to check that out over at Edge Everyday. Not right now, when this stream is over, and see what you think of that new camera. I can't wait to see it. Rebel Rouser says, it's been sunny here for 2 weeks. Mwah! Yeah, what's the temperature been there, man? Edge Everyday says, nice, CJ, it is. CJ says, my grandma is one of them, Rebel Rouser. She hates technology. Oh, boy. Krista says, I had an S4. No, you didn't have an S4. You had an A4. It's an awesome car. I would love to have another hint, hint. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Rebel Rouser says, love the way those Audis ride. Almost as good as the Odyssey. Yeah, that's right. They're almost as good as the Odyssey. They're awesome. They float, man. I mean, those A4s were... Wow, they were awesome cars and really powerful for a 4-cylinder turbocharged motor. You'd never know. CJ says, thanks, Edge Everyday. Edge Everyday says, you can tell them that it's a Canon M50. There you go. Brian who is Edge, has a Canon. Oh, wow. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Just got a super chat from Brian, $5 US. Thanks for the shout out, but hey, you're welcome, man. And thank you for the super chat. I really appreciate that, Brian. But back to that. Brian has the Canon M50. I'm going to tell you a secret here in a minute. Brian has the Canon M50. I can't wait to see how it is. So you guys got to check that out when this stream's over at Edge Everyday, and see what the quality is on that camera. I cannot wait to check it out myself. Krista says, sorry, A4, they drive like velvet. They do, man. They are the velvet hammer of luxury cars. The velvet hammer. Rebel Rouser says, Rob said he'll get you one for your birthday, Krista. Must be a different Rob. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Krista says, awesome, Brian. Again, thank you, Brian. I appreciate that. Brian is Edge Everyday. Gear Runner says, awesome, Brian. Rebel Rouser says, awesome, Brian. CJ Kelvin says, Scotty Kilmer also loves to think Audis are endless money pits. I don't think he likes any vehicle, to be honest. I really don't, from what I hear. Sean says, think the Civic is going away for an Audi. The Civic is gone. I don't own a Civic anymore. I actually traded that off when I bought the Tundra. So no more Civic. Although I guess we could trade her Jeep. We could probably swap them even out. No money out of pocket, I guess, for a used one. If that's what she wants to do, I don't know. Maybe Gear would be interested in the Jeep. Do you need a pumpkin Jeep, Gear? We'll sell you that, and then we'll go buy a used Audi. Let's see. Edge Everyday says, sweet tea on me. I appreciate that. I need some sweet tea. I did not have one today. I don't think I had one yesterday either, I don't think. But I appreciate that, Brian. Thank you. Rebel Rouse says, are you thinking of getting another camera? I am. And I'm going to credit Brian for this, Edge Everyday. You know, he posted up this Canon M50, so I thought I'd go check it out, and I really like it. And it is the most popular camera out there for YouTubers, vloggers, whatever. And my GoPro has been causing me troubles. The audio is not picking up well. It'll be normal, and then it'll drop off, and you can't hear me. I've been getting a lot of complaints. So obviously, as a vlogger / YouTuber person, I have to have a camera that works. My income depends on it. So there's a tax write-off for this year. I bought a Canon M50 along with a couple of accessories to go with it. It's in the mail. It should be here soon. I cannot wait to start using it. That's why I really can't wait to check out what Edge's video looks like. Krista says, Justin, I'm so excited. I'm not sure what she's doing out there. Let's see. Edge Everyday says, finish watching Rob, then me. LOL. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say. I appreciate that. Krista says, so in 3 months, I'll have my favorite car along with my favorite Jeep. Doesn't get any better than that. I'm not sure what she's talking about. Maybe her next husband will be buying her an Audi. I'm not sure. Gear Runner says he likes the F-150. That's all I needed to know about him. That's right. He does. Rebel Rouser says, are you missing the Civic? Occasionally. I thought about it today while I was driving around in some heavier traffic. I thought, boy, it'd be kind of neat to zip around. I was in the Tundra. But, nah, not really. I mean, I love the Tundra. I love the Tacoma. So I think I'm okay. Rebel Rouser says he is actually a Toyota guy. Is he really? I think I might have heard that before too. I don't know. Gear Runner says he hates the Tundra, Justin. Edge Everyday says, I love the video and pics, not to mention it is Wi-Fi and live stream compatible. Yeah, I can't wait to check that out. Of course, I'm assuming that if you live streamed with it, you wouldn't have the OBS system and green screen and all that stuff in my case. Am I wrong? All right, so back to the topic at hand. I just wanted to mention once again that we do have the 2 discount codes up here. We have the Tough Skins code up here in the corner, 10% off with Tough Skins, not too shabby. And the Sparks Parts discount code here, 5% off your order. They carry all kinds of Toyota parts and stuff. The bigger stuff. I mean, all of the mod stuff. You can buy, I believe, Magnuson superchargers from them. 5% off of that is a decent amount of money. So make sure, though, again, that you put in the right discount code if you use these. I'm going to shrink these down now so we can see the fantastically lovely Tacoma there. There you go. We'll sit that one up there next to the logo. Let's see. Edge Everyday says, Krista is the moneymaker. Yeah, she is. Rebel Rouser says, Bob should review the Jeep. Brother Bob might be back in the future. I don't know. Depends on whether people like Brother Bob or not. I mean, I don't know. CJ Colvin says, leprechauns would love to steal Gear Runner's Tundra. Leprechauns would love to steal Gear Runner's Tundra. I don't know why. Why is that? Why would a leprechaun be interested in Gear Runner's Tundra? Gear Runner says, what? He's laughing. Krista says, LOL, Brian, you're right. You're right. CJ Colvin says, you'll have to keep the leprechauns away, Gear. Krista says, Robbie, what time did you give Louie his meds this morning? It was probably about 8 or 9, 8:30. Let's go with 8:30. So you could probably give them to him at, I don't know, maybe 7, 18 minutes from now, something like that. Daniel Jackson says, which gets better gas mileage, the Tacoma or the Tundra? You know, it's interesting you mentioned that. I shot a video today, and I was talking about that, and surprisingly, they are almost identical. The Tacoma's getting a little bit better, maybe a mile or 2 per gallon, and that's about it. But again, it's because all of my driving anymore is really low speed, start and stop, city type driving. So it's not that surprising, I guess. But to be exact, I guess, the Tacoma does get better gas mileage, but it is not by much in my case. Rebel Roger says the background is a bit distorted. The background of the stream? Oh, that's intentionally, actually. What I've done there is I combined a Tacoma and a Tundra. And that is actually the thumbnail for a video that is coming up soon, within the next 3 days. I'm not going to tell you any more about it. You just have to check it out. Kind of putting the Tacoma and the Tundra together. Edge Everyday says, you can use ABS, but you will need another camera because it will only run for 30 minutes at a time. And don't forget to get the extra 12 LE batteries. You can get them from Wasabi. I actually did order, I ordered a package? No, I ordered them individually because the package had extra crap and it was more money than what I wanted. So I did get a couple extra batteries. Edge Everyday says, one thing, my channel is about the wrong stuff. I know way too much about cameras and tech stuff. I might want to consider a woodworking / tech channel. I don't know. CJ Colvin says, I'm still thinking of St. Patrick's Day. Ah, gotcha. What do I have in here? I have a gnat flying around. Oh, isn't that nice? At least it isn't a cockroach that I know. I did kill one of those in the house the other day, by the way. Excuse me. Edge Everyday says, Rob, if you have my number still, give me a call about the camera. I do, and I never gave you my new number either. I keep forgetting about that because I changed my number. I keep forgetting who has it and who doesn't. I'll have to do that when I can. Edge Everyday says, it is an overlay of 2 pics. It is. It is. There are 2 pictures. I changed the opacity of one of them. I can't remember which. Must be the Tundra. Or maybe it's the Tacoma. I'd say it's the Tundra. In iMovie, actually. I love those pictures. I think they're pretty neat. Let's see. Edge Everyday says, I read that. Rebel Rouser says, the Tundra Grill looks nice on the taco. LOL. Yeah, there you go. Can't see much of it except the outline, and and that makes it look like the old Chrome. That might have been a Chrome picture of the Tundra. I think it was. CJ Colvin says, time to supercharge the 4.6 liter iForce V8 in the Tundra, as well as supercharge the 3.5 liter V6 in the Tacoma. I don't know if the only supercharger I would go with would be Magnuson, and I don't know if Magnuson has one for either one of those motors, actually. Do they? You might know. I don't know. I haven't looked into it. Daniel Jackson says, as a matter of fact, I take that back. I believe they do not have one for the Tacoma. I don't know about the Tundra. Daniel Jackson says, what would you say has been the most efficient mod you've done to the Tacoma? You're going to have to tell me what you mean by efficient. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Rebel Roger says, what's your new number? It is 555-555-1212. Edge Everyday says, Courtney's brother's family will be here Monday, and we might do a live with all of them. Courtney's brother's family will be here. Oh, okay. Well, that'd be interesting to see. Edge Everyday, rather, Rebel Rouser says, awesome, Edge. Edge Everyday says, I would have changed the opacity to about 25% instead of 15. I have no idea what the percentage is. I just do it until I'm happy with the look, and then I go with it. I don't know. I probably should have changed both, actually. But I didn't. I only changed, it looks like the Tundra. I really don't remember. Krista Greenbean says, oh my gosh, I hate the cockroaches. I don't like them either. And they squish under your foot. That's why you don't hit them too hard, just bad enough to debilitate them, and then you grab them with toilet paper and flush them and hope they don't ever come back. Because that would be terrifying, if you know what I'm saying. Sean says, later, Rob and all, going to eat supper. Sean, thanks for being on. I appreciate it, buddy. I hope you have a lovely meal this evening. Rebel Rouser says, enjoy your supper, Sean. Enjoy your supper, Sean. Krista Greenbean says, good night, Sean. Good night, good day. Edge Everyday says, grill is the most efficient. Grill is the most efficient, less wind. Yeah, I'm not sure if that's what he means by efficient. That's kind of what I was thinking. I don't know. Rebel Rouser says, you didn't pick up. Oh, I have it on mute, so I didn't know you called. Edge Everyday says, I would have rotated 10 degrees also. Oh, man, see, I don't spend that much time on these things, you know. I got too much else to do, man. Gear Runner says, have a good night, Sean. Krista, she's throwing up. I don't know. Maybe she's sick. I don't know. Edge Everyday says, get the shotgun for the roaches. I would love that. Let me tell you, because then I wouldn't have to be anywhere near them. I hate them. It crossed my mind the other day that I should have a BB gun laying around so when I see one, I can shoot it. Is that not weird? I don't know. CJ says, what do you work at, Rob? I sell Girl Scout cookies when I'm not doing YouTube videos. Deer Runner says, pet cemetery for cockroaches. LOL. Ugh. Rebel Rouser, are you going to do something with the fog lights? I don't know, man. I've seen some stuff recently about overlays or tinting them or replacing them with, rigid type lights, or I really haven't decided. Something does need to be done with them, though. They just kind of glare out at you there, don't they? Because you can see over there I disappear. On the Tundra and the Tacoma. So I don't know, man. Daniel says, what has helped the performance the most efficient? I got you. Okay. Wow. I don't think I've done anything that would enhance the performance of either truck. If I had to answer that honestly, keeping the right pressure in the tires. I mean, that's it. I haven't done anything to change the performance, except I take that back. Maybe the MBRP exhaust on the Tacoma. One might argue that gives you a little bit more horsepower, maybe. If it does, I haven't seen it. It certainly sounds good. So I guess the exhaust, that's the only thing that I've done that you could probably stretch as an efficiency improvement on either truck, I would say. I did take the whip antenna off the Tundra, so there's less resistance on that, 3-foot long antenna. Yeah. Let's see. Edge Every Day says, CJ, he is a full-time YouTube. I am. I do this full-time. This is my job. This is what I do every day, all day. I do this 7 days a week. I do it I'm doing something for the channel typically every waking hour. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't, take time here or there, whatever, but I'll bet you 10 minutes doesn't pass that I'm not checking the channel or responding to comments or posting something or shooting a video or editing a video or doing something, researching mods, something for this channel. It's very time consuming, but I love it. I really do. Gear Runner says, how's the Girl Scout cookie business? It could be more lucrative. CJ says, what do you think of the big giant American cars in the 50s, 60s, and 70s? Don't care for the 50s much. Loved some of the 60s and 70s stuff. My favorite car, probably still to this day, there's a few and they weren't that big, but the old Camaros, the Mustang. I'd love to have a 1960 some odd Mustang. The Chevy Chevelle SS, loved that car. I had a 1972, I think it was, Camaro. It was full of rust, but it looked great at night. There's a lot of those cars that I like. Not so much 50s, though. Rubber Roger says, cockroaches don't go to heaven when they die. Fun fact. I hope not. I hope not. CJ says, I love Girl Scout cookies, Rob. Hey, contact me. I'll sell you 100 boxes. Not really. I don't really sell Girl Scout cookies. I'm just kidding. Rubber Roger says, tint them and LEDs. Yeah, the Tacoma is full LED except for, let me make sure I get this right. No, the Tacoma is full LED in the front. But they could use some kind of a tint of some sort on the lens in there. I don't know. Rebel Roger says, if I super chat $5, can I get Samoas? I would say yes. You won't be able to get them from me, but you can certainly get Samoas if you send me $5 super chat. Again, they won't come from me, but you certainly can get them. Green Bean says, you should get halos. I've thought about that too, man. There's so much stuff to do. That's the problem. Let's see. Rebel Rouser says that would look awesome. It would look awesome, wouldn't it? I've seen some trucks with that. I just don't know how involved it is. CJ says, sounds awesome. Edge Every Day. Edge Every Day says, Rob. And then I flew. Rob, that's why I haven't posted videos. I'm anal about the visual of my vids, and that is why I got a new camera, because the GoPro I have isn't what I wanted to portray. I have the Hero Session. Yeah, I mean, I know what you mean, but I'm able to draw the line at efficiency versus perfection, because I do this every day and I have other things going on. I mean, in doing videos, it's a time-consuming process anyway. I mean, you have to shoot the video. That's at least twice as long as whatever it is you're doing to shoot the video of. Then you have, in my case then, what I do, I shoot the video and then I download it to my computer. I edit it. I download it to my desktop. So that's twice now. And then once it finishes downloading to the desktop from iMovie, which takes a while, I upload it to YouTube, which takes a while longer. And then I have to go back into YouTube and finish adding cards and other things. So it's a time-consuming process. And then on the day that the video posts, I go out and publicize it. I post my videos all over the place, on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and Tumblr and you name it, and groups on Facebook. I belong to different, several different groups on Facebook. So I post all over the place, and then you start getting comments and questions and stuff. So I have to respond to that. So it's comments on YouTube, but it's comments on YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and Facebook and the Facebook groups and all that stuff. Plus emails. I get emails. Again, I'm not complaining. It's just part of the process, Robert Rogers says, I got to head out. Have a great week. You too, Justin. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you being here. Edge Every Day says, not the best choice, but money at the time was the best I could do. I never really saw anything wrong with your videos, Edge, so I think they were fine. Edge Every Day says, see you, Rebel. Krista says, good night, Justin. Gear Ritter says, has a good evening. Say it again. Have a good evening, Justin. Terrence says 65 Corvette Stingray. Not horrible, but not really my thing. I don't know. Not bad. I prefer the new Corvettes. Edge Every Day says, looking for new lights for my truck. What do you think I should go? What do you think I should do? I want to go big. Looking for new lights for my truck. What are you talking about? Headlights? Taco Beast. Is it Taco Beast? Well, they may only do Tacomas, actually. There's another one I had seen recently, and I can't remember who it is, but they're like a blacked out, tinted, it's not blacked out, but a tinted kind of headlight. Look really cool. I keep thinking it's Taco Beast, but they may only do Tacomas. I don't know. And then there was another one I saw today on Facebook, but I cannot remember the name. I don't know, man, but whatever it is, it needs to be smoked, in my opinion. CJ Colvin says, we have cockroaches at our job at the VA hospital in Jefferson Barracks in St. Louis, Missouri. Are they this big? The ones that could put you on their back and carry you away. Edge Every Day says 55 Dub with chrome backing, not tinted. 55 Dub with chrome backing, not tinted. Daniel Jackson, I don't know. Daniel Jackson says, love the Trans Am Firebird, Smokey and the Bandit. Yeah, that car's iconic. I wouldn't mind driving one. A friend of mine had one in red, which he actually got T-boned, split the thing in half, or he T-boned somebody that pulled in front of him. Wasn't his fault, killed 2 people in it. Little fun fact. Not really. Edge Every Day says, very time consuming, and my videos start at 3 to 4 hours, and I have to chop it to 20 minutes max. Yeah, that would be rough. That would take a ton of editing. I always try to shoot no more than, I don't know, an hour, depending on what I'm doing. And then I start chopping it from there so it's less. Try to keep the good points in, Let's see. Edge Every Day says, you are an overachiever. I'm just trying to eat. Dylan says, how you doing, Rob? Dylan, I'm good. How are you? Krista Greenbean says, Brian, get a horse, or get halos, rather. That would be cool, man. That would be really cool. Edge Every Day says, I hated the fisheye, but now I am looking at going Photoshop Pro and online storage and a NAS system. Yeah, I've got a NAS system I'm looking at as well, because right now I make a video, I post it, and I delete it. So I can't ever go back and repost a video or post it anywhere else or do anything because they're gone. And to me, that's just stupid. You spend all this time doing this, and then, and I know they're on YouTube, right? But I want the raw, I want the iMovie version that I can, take things from or redo or post other places or whatever if I want to, Let's see. CJ Colvin says, my favorite muscle cars are the AC Cobra 69 Charger, 69 Camaro, 70 Chevelle SS 454, awesome, 67 Mustang 428 Cobra Jet, and a 65 Galaxy. I'd take any one of them. Edge Every Day says, I would say a 69 Camaro or a 500 Galaxy just to be pimped. Yep, I agree. CJ says, my other favorites are the 77 Trans Am and 70 Cuda. I like those. Terrence Tatum says, everything is bigger in Texas, Rob, including those cockroaches. They're huge. Edge Every Day says, I understand, but I like to be able to make an intro or something of that sort. Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to do what you're comfortable doing. I mean, if that's your process, then that's your process. But I mean, I know you work full time as well. See, I'm doing this full time and it still takes me a ton of time because I post every day, 7 days a week, no matter what. Uh, it's got to be rough. Although I did it when I was working full time, I was still posting every day. I just spent all my waking hours at that point editing and shooting. So when I wasn't at work. Edge Everyday Gear Runner says, "Yep, I post then delete all mine also." You have to. If you don't have any kind of external storage, you'll fill up your computer and you know they get laggy and it sucks. So I have a NAS system coming. It's an 8 terabyte system and it should be plenty for what I'm doing. Matt says, "Hey Matt, how you doing?" Matt says, "So you liking the power on the Tundra over the Tacoma?" Yes. Daniel says, "Thanks for answering my questions, Rob. Check you later." Thanks for being on, Daniel. I appreciate you being here, man. John Watts says, "Hey, Rob, how you doing?" "Pretty good here." John, what's up, man? How are you? Unfortunately, you're on just about the time I'm ready to end. CJ Colvin says, "What do you think of the V8 powered Ford Ranger?" I think that'd be awesome. I think any mid-sized truck with a V8 in it would be awesome. Edge Everyday says, "I hate deleting vids, but I would love to save all the vids for a blooper or something." Yeah, and you can't do that with just your system because sooner or later, unless you've got some massive system, you're gonna fill it up. Gear Runner, "The hardest thing about YouTube is being creative enough to keep the videos coming. Sometimes I draw a blank, LOL." Yeah, it can be tough. I mean, I don't know. I try to keep notes when I think of things when I'm not filming, you know, just so I have an idea going down the road. And then I always try to shoot videos right when I think of a topic. You know what I mean? When it's fresh in my mind. I did 2 videos today because back to back, I thought of 2 topics. Now, I don't know. We'll see how well received they are. But I try to do stuff like that. CJ says, "How do you do live on your YouTube channel?" Um, Me personally, I'm using a Logitech webcam. I have a green screen behind me, and I broadcast over the image that I have through an OBS system, which is the streaming vehicle, if you will, through. I know this is probably all blah 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 blah, but through the YouTube live. What do you want to say? Feature, function, screen. That's how I do it in a nutshell. I realize that's not specifics, but that's the quickest way I can explain it. Edge Everyday says, "I am looking at a 20 terabyte NAS and 2 more SSD drives for my needs." Wow. See, I went through and I calculated out what I figured a video of mine, you know, takes up space-wise and stuff like that. And I was just coming up with astronomical numbers as to how many videos I could save given the bigger systems. And I thought, I'm never going to get there. I'll be dead before I ever got there. So 8, which is going to be mirrored. In other words, I'm going to mirror the 4 gigs. So it's going to be an 8 gig system for extra backup. Should be plenty. So I'm going to have 4 gigs of space, or not gigs, terabytes of space to save videos. And if it's not enough, it is expandable. I can add 2 more drives to it if I want. Let's see. CJ says, "Do you love banjo music, Rob?" It depends. If it's more of a rockin', faster kind of style, yeah, I don't mind it. Gear Runner says, "Yep, I keep notes in my phone." I do the same thing, man. CJ says, "Scotty Kilmer also says retirement is a bad idea." I don't know who retires these days, really. I mean, I'll be doing this until I'm dead, probably. You know, I'll be laying in my deathbed streaming. You know, I don't know. Let's see. Ed says, "I will be using my Logitech 903 and my Canon M50. The 903, is that what I'm on? Probably. I'm not sure. Let's see. MN question. "Welcome. How you doing? Do you think the Tacoma needs a bed stiffener? Cali raised, total chaos." Depends on what you're doing with it. No, I don't believe so at all. Matter of fact, every time I see somebody that does that, I question why they're doing it. I don't know if it's paranoia because it's a composite bed. and they think it flexes. There's no way that thing would crack and break if it flexed very much. I mean, that composite bed is a stiff, hard composite plastic. So no, I don't think so. But probably depends on what you're doing with it. Edge Everyday says if you run 4K or 1220, you will use the space unless you compress. Yeah, I'm not going to run in 4K probably. I think 1080p is all you really need, to be honest. I don't know. I'm going to have to see. I mean, if I would have to notice a big difference, a huge difference in video quality. And I know everybody lauds 4K, but I shot a little bit of 4K in one of my in another camera I have, and for as big as the files are, I just did not see a benefit in doing that. I don't know. Plus, it probably depends on how you're shooting. I mean, if you're just walking around vlogging and stuff, I don't know. I don't know. CJ says, have you heard of the new exhaust law in California? Oh, yes, I have. I think it's absolutely absurd. Edge Everyday says, I'm also looking at going from a 5.5-foot bed to a 6.5-foot bed for business reasons. Well, I could certainly see that. So are you looking at trading the truck out, or what are you doing? Saul says 720p is more than enough. Yeah, I mean, 720p is fine. I don't know. I mean, if you're shooting a feature-length cinema movie, that you spent millions making, yeah, I can see that. And I don't think most people tune in to this because they're looking for pristine video. I mean, they're looking for good video, don't get me wrong, but, But we'll see. I'm going to try both. Once I have this camera, I'm going to check it out and see if it's any good. I don't know. Edge Everyday says 1440 would be awesome. 4K will be good to be ahead of the times for future videos. Oh yeah, it's definitely going that way, I would say. I just don't know how long it's going to take before it gets there, CJ Coleman says, what's your favorite Mexican food? What's it called? Polo Loco chicken. Or chicken polo loco. That's my favorite Mexican food. Love it. Other than that, probably tacos. I don't really like any other Mexican food. Edge Everyday says, want to extend the frame and put a I want to extend the frame and put a 6.5-foot bed, so I have 8 foot to the end of the tailgate for lumber. Wow, that sounds like a major undertaking to me. That would be pretty cool content, though. Saul says, not sure if you have covered truck bed covers, as I am new to your channel. Have you any input on the Diamondback HD cover for the Tacoma? They're supposed to be awesome. I know that. I don't know much about them, to be honest with you. I was just starting to look at covers myself for the Tacoma over here. I put up a poll the other day, asked people what they wanted to see, whether they wanted to see a cover for the Tacoma or the Tundra, and they chose the Tacoma. So I just started looking at that myself. I don't know a whole lot other than they're supposed to be pretty good. Gear Runner says 4K takes forever to upload. That's another problem. I don't want to spend hours waiting for stuff to upload either. So until internet speeds, bandwidth increases, I won't be doing that either. Edge Everyday says 4K, I give it 18 months and it will be standard. I don't know, man. I think the problem is exactly what Gear just mentioned, upload speed. CJ Colvin says my favorite Mexican food is chimichangas, tacos, and burritos. A lot of people like that stuff. I know. I'm just not a big fan myself. I don't know why. Marcus Sadowski says, I'm back. Welcome back, Marcus. Edge Everyday says, Gear, I agree. There is a substantial difference, but my computer can handle it. That's right. You bought that beast computer, didn't you? But you still have to have the bandwidth and the internet service to be able to utilize it, Terrence Tatum says, I love my Diamondback 270 cover. Best mod so far. There you go. There's a little bit of feedback. CJ says, have you seen any flagellant videos before, Rob? I know Jack, somebody does a lot of them. No, not my thing. Gear Runner says, yeah, I don't see 4K for a while. No, for just that reason. People aren't gonna stick around forever waiting for them to upload, John Watt says, I have an Xtang solid fold cover. It is excellent. Another one that I've heard of. Edge Everyday says, I don't like Mexican food. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. Boise City Mopar says, hey guys, except chips and salsa. I like chips and salsa. Dan, where you been? You posted that novel on here and then you went away. Kyle says, hey Kyle, welcome. The Mexican restaurant near me has something called a gringa. It's a flour tortilla with rice, chicken, beef, shrimp, onions, and bell peppers. Then another flour tortilla, then covered in cheese dip. Awesome. Wow. That sounds like it's filling. Edge Everyday says, I am at 512 upload. 512 upload. You talking about your upload speed? C.J. Coleman says, hey, Boise City Mopar, what's up, brother? Marcus Sadowski says, I have been watching your videos since you had the Ram Rebel. I know. You've been with me a long time, and I appreciate that, Marcus. I really do, man. Boise City Mopar says, I had some stuff I had to get done because, unfortunately, it looks like I might have to quit my first job. What are you talking about? You just got on before in the span of an hour, you went from quitting to your current employer's paying for the books, and now you're going to quit your job. Oh, I'm sorry. You said quit school. I take it all back. Gear Runner says, mine is the Undercover Ultraflex. I like it also. I looked at that. I actually went back and looked at one of your videos so I could see what cover you had in case I was going to go with it on the Tundra. Boise City Mopar says, the CNA job still stands, but better job on top of it. I'm hoping to have to get rid of it. Gotcha. Edge Everyday says, and that is running my PC off Wi-Fi. I have run upwards of 800. Really? Pretty nice. Chris Greenbean says, Marcus, you are one of the originals. There, I think I just got them. Oh, damn gnats. Lega iOS question. 2017 wheels. Tacoma will fit on an 06 Tacoma. Somebody else going to have to answer that for you. I do not know. I do not know. Boise City Mopar says, CJ Copeland, well, then I'm happy, and I'm also sad, happy, because now I have a job that's going to benefit me for years to come, but sad because I'm going to have to get rid of my assistant living job. Whew. Marcus says, I sure am, Krista. You got it. He is. CJ Copeland says, my favorite Mexican restaurant is Los Valtes. I'm not sure if I said that right. Never heard of it. Edge Everyday says, when I am hardwired to the internet. Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't know when the last time I was hardwired. Been a long time. Anyway, guys and gals, it is time for me to bid you all adieu. I am hungry. I am going to go get something to eat because I'm starving. Been on here an hour and 16 minutes, so it's time for me to go. Anyway, appreciate you guys being on here. Don't forget to check out the discount codes over there and up there. Tough Skins and SparksParts.com. I appreciate you all being on here. CJ Coleman says, I'm sorry about that. Boise City Mopar. Gear Runner says, have a great night and rest of your week, everyone. You too, Gear. BTRV17 says, Rob, I just installed the tweeter upgrade today on my 2019 Tacoma after watching your video. Big difference. I agree. It's a huge difference. I'm going to be doing another video with another speaker replacement in the doors, so stay tuned for that, man. And thanks for watching the video. CJ Coleman says, good night, Rob. Good night, CJ. Edge Everyday says, okay, everyone, have a nice night. You too, Brian. Thanks for that super chat, buddy. I really appreciate that. Krista says, good night, everyone. Edge Everyday says, hey, Rob, have your mom call me. LOL. I will let her know. Terrence Tatum says, night, Rob. Marcus Sadowski says, see you later. That's it. I'm caught up, and I am out of here. We'll see you next time on the web. Have a great night. Bye.